Hi everyone, I am Margot, tarot reader. Today we are doing a personal reading for a client. Now, excuse me, apologize. In today's reading, I have a number of things that I need to look at for this client. Um, and we have number of signs within the reading, okay? Um, I have a number of things that concerns me, so I'm also going to look at additional things going on here for this client, for the people in question. I want to say thank you to all of you for coming and taking your time to watch today's video. If you are needing consultation, reading, or rituals of any kind, for you, for yours, for a loved one of any kind, email me at margourtarotreader@gmail.com or Facebook Margot Your Tarot Reader. Please like, subscribe, and share most importantly. Why is that? Because there may be within your energy around you someone that may be needing and I keep hearing desperate need of some type of help, whether it's a reading or a ritual, okay? Whether it's healing of any kind or restoration. When I say we, is thyself and the spirits and the guides and our creator. We do the purpose for your higher good, for your own growth, physically and spiritually in this earthly world that we're living in at this time. Yes, we can interact with the energy of the spiritual life and the spiritual loved ones as well. So join in and be a part of our community, which is Margot Tarot Reader. Okay. Let us get started and just so the universe and the heavens. I have already, as always, prior to the recording, I call onto the universe with my client's personal information because they remain private at all times. Okay. It's very crucial for me to keep my clients private. And on the personal readings, yes, I put them out there, I download them, but you can get them private also, okay, where only you can watch them. And if you request to be deleted, it will be deleted in all channels of in my keeping, in the channel, in the privacy, etc. Okay, so let's get started, angels of the universe. And yes, we do readings through either YouTube, Messenger, and also video calls, and including in person. Okay, angels of the universe and the heavens, let us see. What is it that we need to know? I feel that I have to start with the number one cause of this energy in today's reading, okay? I kept asking, but it just kept narrowing it down for me for this individual, the Taurus. Okay. Yes, they're being shuffled, but for some reason they're asking me to do it again. Okay. Ooh. Already in the channel. So I'm gonna get, and as always, prior to me starting, let me just say that I will apologize in advance if and when there are certain things that I may say. My clients already know how I do the readings. There may be a shift of language and tone, etc. It is not me doing so. It is the higher goods in the energy that I am entwined that are speaking to you directly. Okay. You never know what we're going to get on a reading. It is a wonderful thing. I love this. Okay. In reference to this Taurus, my client, I have to say this. Do not be concerned of whether or not, he may like you now or he may want to continue being part of you or not. Let me just say this, because in all intentions, purpose, what is letting me know is that they really never did like you in the first place, okay? This person does not like you in this very moment more than or less than he did before, okay? What I'm also sensing here is that there's a change in him going on, and we've been into this for quite some time when it comes to his energy. Could he have been stopped before? Probably so, but I think that now it's too late. And I'm going to explain this. Because his energy is so driven to where his mental capacity is at this moment that he is not being realistic with life. He's detaching from the physical life itself. He's detaching and going into this cocoon within himself to be in the dark side more than anything. So he's going to be more negative. He's going to be more selfish. He's going to be more greedy. And he will be also, in a sense, detaching from his children as well. He has this detachment of the whole environment of being in a home scenery. Um, and he's really not, he feels like he's being trapped. He feels like he can't breathe within that situation. And everything that's going on with him mentally and physically, it's almost like it's not his fault. He's blaming someone or someone else. Okay. Um, and we've been seeing this for quite some time, and it keeps showing me the scenario of where he is. He's being very upright with his words, with his language. He's being very definitive. And if it's not with everybody, I think that it's in one particular one person, which is the person that he is in the living arrangement with. So we do see that, yes, there was a quarrel going on, but there will be more quarrels happening between this family and you, more involvement in this scenario. What I'm sensing is a escalation of the issue. Now, it's almost like calm before the storm that may be even happening as we speak. Um, uh, I keep hearing, so I'm going to do, as my client already knows, you've been my client for years. So as when I am reading, I'm literally visualizing what they're letting me know, what they're saying, what they're communicating. So if my speed of talking speeds up, please know that I am trying to catch all the messages that are being sent to me at this time. So yeah, I will try to catch my breath as I go along. But I keep hearing this number of things coming into me in this very moment where I keep hearing um, in the sense that is this and this and that, this and this and that. So to me, it's like someone picking excuses one after the other for everything that you're doing, that you're not, that you shouldn't be doing, and that you're supposed to be doing. So, you know, you're acting like a child. So when I keep saying this, it's almost like I'm interacting with his energy and his spirit. So I'm letting it know that you're acting like a child. You're being a child. You're being immature. You're not seeing the purpose of what you need to be doing for yourself and for the family. And he needs to wake up. He needs to realize that life is not about him, that life is about what he communicate, what he pulling through together. You know what I mean? And I feel that he's always gotten his way, and that is why he is the way he is in one side. The other side is that the more he complains, the more he gets. Instead of, it's almost like you're punishing a child, you're putting him in timeout, but yet you're giving him the goods, you're giving him the game to play. You know what I mean? So he's never been in timeout. He's never been disciplined in the right way. And not just only that, maybe they felt sorry for him because he does have a mental issue. I'm not sure if they discussed that with you, but he does have some type of mentality going on there that either he's not being medicated or he has lack of the medication. They're not disclosing everything that's going on with him. Now, because of that, partly, it's going in within the circle of his life, of his living daily life. Okay, he's being very greedy, very selfish, and I feel that he is hungry for success, hungry to be recognized, hungry to be wealthy, hungry. And I keep hearing, the more I have, the more I want. The more I have, the more I want. But in that time, it's also the discipline of being dominant as well. So what does that tell me? It tells me that he's a narcissist. It tells me that he's a pathological liar. It tells me that he's probably paranoia, schizophrenia, bipolar. It may be all in one or two of those things. But you get my drift. It is not for you to solve this issue. It is not for you to analyze this person. But it is for me to tell you that he's in the critical segment of him needing some type of attention medically and physically and spiritually. You are to concentrate more so on the family member that is struggling with all of this, that is pulling in all of this, that is suffering all of this. And I will say this, because of the way he is, this child of yours, the Gemini, is sucking into all that energy, and she feels like she can't breathe. She feels like she wants to run, and be free. Now, could that be a possibility that she can do, literally? Probably so. I wish she would, but I wish she would run to you. She's having like a moment of breakdown because she just cannot be in this scenario any longer. And what that means is that her spirit has been touched. I would say because of recently the certain things that were done that helped her analyze, you know, her well-being, the to love herself a bit more and to open her eyes. These are some of the things that were activated and in the certain things that we've done before. And I love this because it tells me that she needs to go within and understand herself more and love herself more. So she's in that channel as we speak, but at the same time, because he's with her 24/7, he's the one that manipulates her and shuts her down when she's wanting to fly, wanting to be free. So I feel for me, as we go on through the reading, it is letting me know that she is ready to burst out. She's ready to let go. She just needs that right guidance and the person that she needs to trust. It doesn't say that it doesn't trust you. It just says that she's afraid to step that step forward, to be caught or put you in the middle of all of this. Okay. She trusts you. She believes in you. She loves you. But at the same time, this person is with her 24/7, playing in her mind, in her body, in her spirit, that she's feeling like like a like a ball that you bounce, bounce, bounce. You know what I mean? And the ball is very shallow. The ball is almost like a balloon that you fill it up with water and you bounce it, bounce it. Well, it's not going to bounce. It's going to burst, right? Maybe it's a bad analogy, but you get the drift. You get the point. What I'm trying to say here. And do you know when I said that? I visualized a balloon, green or blue. That's what I visualized. Anyways, I digress. Let me say this. Something has to be done to I will say this for the better good, for the greater good, for her, for him, for everybody involved, especially those children and her. Why? Because you're my client, they're your children, they're your siblings. So therefore, it is for the higher good, right? For all purposes, something needs to be done because this is drawn by negative entities, negative energy. This is drawn by pity behavior, control issues, and money. This is drawn by mental issues, by psychotic issues as well, and by controlling. Okay, we keep seeing this. Yeah. So what does it say to me? This marriage has hold out for the last straw. Okay, it needs to end. It needs to end. It needs to end. I feel that deep down within their spiritual alignment, they both feel that they can hold on to this marriage, and they're holding on for their dear life because they don't want to fail, or because they both have different reasons why they want to hold on to this marriage. And I feel that his reason is because financial situations, because he can control and do whatever he pleases with this arrangement. We'll look at the love factor if it shows here. I don't see it here, but we'll see throughout the readings if it shows. But in her aspects, it tells me that she's in love, that she wants to keep the marriage, that she wants to hold on because of the sake of the kids. Now is because the excuse of the kids. Before is because I love him and I feel this and I feel that. But now is the excuse of the children, the children, the children. Okay. So there will always be an excuse for this person, even though that they feel that it's not working anymore and they don't know how to walk away, how to sneak away from it. Okay. Because I'm sensing this, I feel, for me, when I see this, it tells me that it's the right timing to do what needs to be done, because both of them have felt that, there are moments that are good and there are moments that are bad. So that maybe we should be apart to get each other, to get what I need, to get what you need, right? In his point of view, if he were to let go of this marriage, I think that based on what I'm sensing is, what can he gain out of it? Because we're seeing financial situations happening here. Okay, he's looking at what can he gain if he were to leave her, monetarily wise. He knows that her family have supportive financial situations. How can I get that? How can I free that for me? And does he really want the children? Absolutely not. it is what it is. He does not. But if the financial gain comes from it, then he would. He feels, for me, that he's detached from the family situation, He feels, for me, that he's ready to go rogue. He's ready to go free and be free. Okay? That's what I'm sensing here for him. If any of you are helping this family financially, I feel that that's not enough for him. I feel that he wants more, and maybe he's getting into that subject now. Maybe, I don't know if he already did, but he wants to ask for more financial help. He wants to get something going. I'm not sure if he wants to open like a studio, like a something like a business or something like, for him. He may say it's for the family, but it's for him. In other words, he wants to drain the bank accounts of her or whoever it's aligned to her. Okay? And he's putting pressure on her. I'm not sure if she told you or not, or he did, but there's that scenario going on as well. In her state of mind, I'm also sensing that, that she dreams. It's almost like she's in a state of mind. Could that be a mental situation going on with her, like a depression, like PTSD, postpartum depression? A little bit of all, or one or so. Okay, is what I'm sensing. This been going on for quite a while, either 6 years, 6 months. I feel that this is telling me that she feels that she's wrong. She feels that she's not put together. She feels that something is missing in her. She feels less than. She feels invalued. She feels very low about herself. And does she want to get up sometime from bed? No. Does she want to do anything in daily basis? No. Does she want to fix herself in daily basis? No. So pay attention to those scenarios. I feel that he is also recording her. I'm not sure if you know that or they know, but there's a sense of keeping a record. I'm not sure if we discussed that in a reading before, but I'm sensing that he's keeping a record of her negative attitudes, her negative behavior, and I will be very cautious of that, because that's letting me know that he is predetermined or pre-preparing himself to do what he wants to do in case of a scenario of whether, separation comes and whatnot. He acts dumb, but he's not. So I would, if you haven't had that particular conversation with your child, I think that you need to, because she needs to be aware of what's going on. The only thing about this is that because her energy sometimes is calm and then outrageous in a moment, I feel that if you kind of let her know straightforward, she might not say it at first, but then bring it out to him, But maybe who gives a shit, right? You do what you need to do, because if not, you're going to regret later on not being able to do it, not being able to say more, do more than just talking, right? But she needs to start doing the same thing. She needs to start recording his attitude, his behavior toward herself, toward the children, toward the home, toward the marriage, toward the whole thing. You know what I mean? In order to make sure that she is being understood later. Yeah, this is a lot for me to take in. She is so everything that I just said, let me say this, it's almost like a superficial attitude, superficial inputs, meaning someone else puts it to you, you know what I mean? And why I say this is because everything that she has been brainwashed, in a sense, it's not what it is. She's still a very dominant energy. She is still very glowing. She's still beautiful. She's still abundance. She's still fruitful, and she still has love within herself, for herself and for her children. She's in there. You understand? She's in there. Oh my God, I just got chills all over me. She is still within her energy to be able to outcome and to redo all of these things. She still has some type of self-love within there, And she still has the energy of a divine, to be able to help her this. Yes, she will grieve for some time, but I think that more than anything, what's going on right now is that she uh, doesn't know how to be able to manipulate the situation. She doesn't know how to let go. She doesn't know how heartbroken it's going to be for her children, for him. She's counting everybody else but her. Okay. She doesn't know what right decisions to take to make everything to be a peaceful transition and be free and go and run. I think that she's ready. I really do. Based on what I'm sensing here, based on her energy, I really do think that she's ready to run. I really do think that she is ready to let go. She just needs to be that continual push. She needs to have someone that is letting her know, you know, you are not lost. You have your own power, your own well-being. You are the beauty within the beauty. And when someone is being negative to you is because they know it and they want to shun it out. You're looking at it. Isn't that beautiful? She is the brightness and the fertility of all. It also tells me that if she has not had any kind of protection for herself, we may see a pregnancy coming along. Okay, if she has not had herself some type of protection. And if she does, maybe he's going to want her to take it out of some sort. But I'm going to see this in the aspect of being positive with all the aspect. I'm not saying that being pregnant is not a positive thing. I'm just saying that it's not what she needs right now, based on everything that we're seeing, based on everything that's happening within her life. Do we want her to have more children, more family later on in life? Absolutely. We want her to be in a joyous relationship, an abundance relationship, and a prosperous energy within herself and her children. Amen. Now, okay, I was going to go with the other shuffle, but they're telling me to draw one more. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. We do see success. Now, do you, or do both of you, or whatever needs to be taking place, start acting on it now? Absolutely. Why I say this? Because not only are the energies are going to be helping you with that, but also the fact that they're both feeling the yes and the no situation. He's feeling trapped. He's within the situation, within the marriage, within the whole chaos. Maybe he's wanting to go deep dive into whatever it is that he's in. And maybe he wants to even travel. Maybe he wants to even go further down the line, and family's keeping him trapped. But the only reason why he keeps it is because of the goods. Now, and domination. But also, we see in her energy that she wants to detach also. Okay? It's okay to fail. You need to make her understand that and believe that and trust in that it's okay to fail, because it's the way to learn and to be greater within yourself and for your loved ones, especially now that she's a mother. It's okay to go through this path because it means that something greater is out there waiting for you. And it's okay because it means that from that relationship, you learn to love, you learn to be more self-independent, you learn to be strong. She has learned so much that she's not seeing. And that is the best thing about crisis, that you never know how strong you are until you're climbing out of all those debris. Okay. And so we see success in her later on in a slow pace, but we also see success in everything that's going to take place moving forward. Whatever needs to be has to be. Okay. So what I'm seeing with that is that there's some type of money coming into her, some type of inherit within now in a year or so, and she needs to, or you need to protect that for her and her children. Maybe he needs to realize and start thinking that just because if you're keeping her thinking that you're going to use her money, there is no more money. Okay. And maybe that would be a good way to cut everything out, helping to get rid of him, is by, if anybody's helping them pay the bills, cut it off so he can get his shit together and do what he needs to do, which is working and whatnot. Okay. If he wants a family, then he needs to learn to provide for it. So the money has to be cut down or off so he can start having this burst out and completely say it's not worth being in it because I'm not gaining anything out of it. He has kept her because he has gained so much from it, not just financially, but emotionally, physically, and spiritually from this young lady. Has drained her energy, has manipulated her, has dominated her, has kept her in the dark mentally, physically, and spiritually. And just it's almost like a vampire energy. Okay. So for all purpose, and I will show you this, it's success energy for me. So if there's anything that you are intending to do, it is the right time, is showing success. Is there anything that is keeping her away and afraid that she may not be accomplishing it? It's telling me that it will be a success. So if she wants to be out of this marriage, it will be a success. If she wants to divorce or leave him, it will be a success. With a reawakening that she needs to have some type of, she's gonna, it's almost like when you hostage someone, when you kidnap someone and you keep them and you retrain their mind, their body, their way of thinking, the way of feeling. And it's almost like a baby now that you need to learn to nurture again. You know what I mean? It'll take some time, but she has it within her. Trust me and believe me that she has the will, she has the power within herself, but it needs that restoration, okay? To rebuild herself. And so we definitely see that there will be a disbursement of change in this relationship. Based on this, I feel that how do I put this? Based on this, I want to say that this is almost like yes, it's like a rebirth energy, but um, it's almost like saying uh, you will feel better afterwards, or you would think that it would hurt you more than you would, than it's supposed to, but it didn't. It wouldn't. It might not. And I'm seeing like almost like, oh my God, I can't live with this person. I can't, I can't see myself with this person. And then when you do leave, you're like, I cannot believe that I feel relieved. I feel like something lifted out of me. You know what I mean? That's the kind of energy I'm sensing. I would hope that it's for her, from her, and not him. But it's in that moment of interacting with. Okay, so I would hope that it's on her and not on him. But it might even be that both of them kind of almost feel that something has been spurred out and dreading out. Okay, once they can detach. So I would also say that because I'm seeing this, we're definitely seeing that there will be a detachment of this union in any given time. Now, can we help this energy to detach sooner? Yes. Can we help this energy to detach in a better enlightenment? Absolutely. And I'm almost sensing that because of it is when we're seeing the less heartbroken within that. I feel that this is more of her and this is more of him. And I feel that more so it will be her, feeling that less stress. And it will be less stress. She is missing out a lot. I wonder, we'll discuss that later. Now, based on the past situations that been happening in this particular relationship, and things that have been activated spiritually, I will say that it has activated the alertness of her and the despair of him. It's good. But at the same time, it has activated that power within itself for him and for her as well. And if he is in a bad negative energy, then we see the negative energy come through. And then we also see it's almost like a purging. I would definitely call this purging a passage for both of them, because she's purging out and she's boiling out. She wants to find this way of, how can I solve this without hurting anybody? You know, um, how can I do this without having to be blamed for? Or there's no right or wrong to do this, because there's just isn't. We're in this world where it's a yes and a no, it's a sad and a happiness, cry and laugh. There is no perfect world, and so there is no perfect answer. There's no perfect solution. There's no perfect evolution of union in this world. The only perfect thing is in what you are restoring within yourself, which is to love yourself, even love, the most valuable experience that we have on earth, even love is not perfect because we're crying for the one that we love, right? And why is that? Because of karma. Karma follows the joy and the love. And I'm almost kind of want to say that karma is the negative and love is the positive, because they're following each other. To you can't fully be happy because karma told you to discipline this, discipline that, learn this, learn that, teach that. You know what I mean? So there is no way to define perfection, not yet. Okay, until we move to a different cycle, to a different energy, a different lifestyle, and we'll get there. We've been there before, and we'll get there again. But in this very moment, due to karma, we're struggling to stay afloat. We're struggling to do the right thing, and when we do the right thing, it's still not the best thing. You understand? Because no one is perfect. No one is ever pleased. So we do what we can, when we can, how we can, and when we are allowed to do so. So let's go with it. Now, okay. And we move on to the others. Yes, there we go. I was supposed to move on to the other, but they told me no. I want more. Strength, courage, and moving forth. There will be something happening probably between now and July, I would say, between now and August, that is going to be an upright energy for this relationship. And we do see someone wanting to drift off, wanting to go away. Maybe if he feels that he's more free being alone and he's willing to let go based on what this needs to be done spiritually, but also based on monetary help, agreement of some sort. There's a moment of him wanting to do something else. Okay, so I definitely feel that whether he's understanding that or seeing that or feeling that now, he will be in a short time. And he might desire to be free more and do more, travel more, and so forth. Okay, and that will be good, because then that means that it will be a more free will to let go, and hoping that this will not turn into a chaos. It's a whole nother scenario, whole nother topic for another day. How I see that is because as we go, as it happens, we go on. As it happens, we check, we look and see. Okay, this is talking about based on how things are right at this moment. If we activate it, if we do other things, it will also change certain aspects and results of it. But the most important thing is that most definitely it's helping whoever decides to do anything spiritually. It will help be based on this. It will help to be successful, to detach these two people. It will be. That's her going away and him most likely trying to be back and forth with his issues, probably spiritually and worldly wide. Okay, there's some kind of withdrawal, you here, apart from each other in some kind of level. There will be some action between all of this that's going to come through rapid. Now, this can also talk about maybe someone will be maybe the law has to be called, maybe there will be court situations, maybe there will be something taking place within the law situation, and this will also activate everything that will come forth afterwards. And if it does, and when it does, trust me, it is for the higher good for both people. Okay, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet, but sometimes it needs to be, in order for this to understand that sometimes if you can't see it, then something physically has to happen in order to activate it, in order to be seen. Okay? And understand, because you may think something is negative and then you're still holding on to it. No, 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 you know, this can be helped. No, 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 he can get better. No, no, no. And then something physically happens, like the law and whatnot. And so therefore, it's time for you to open your eyes. Right. She's very much into herself, into the dark energy. She's reaching out to be helpful, to be, how do I say this? To, yeah. She's reaching out to be heard, to be seen, to be felt, to be understood, you know. We really don't see him with such love toward her. We don't see that love, that true love itself from him. If it was there, it's no longer there. We don't see it. Whatever is going on with him in his mental energy, it tells me that he wants to grow that. So let him grow, let him be, let him do whatever he wants to do. But, you know, let this be it, and let her be who she needs to be. Right now, it is her feeling not the best, feeling like she's not being the proper mother, feeling like she's being diminished based on what he is telling her, doing whatever. Okay. And so she's within that cocoon, within her darkness shadows in this moment as we speak back and forth. But it's also telling me, based on this, I'm going to show you this. This is a beautiful card for me. Okay. Let me just give it some shine so you can activate it. I love it. Look at that. Something's going to happen within now and probably the eclipses that we're having in September. Maybe I would hope that will be the final. You see the sword? The final captivation. What's the word that doesn't want to come out? The final action to what needs to be taking place, or the beginning of what needs to be taking place. Okay? But I love this. I absolutely do. This, for me, it is in her energy, and it means success for her. Okay, there is some type of divine intervention happening that is going to help and guide everything that needs to be done for her. Should you feel guilty? Absolutely not, because you're doing whatever needs to be for her. Part of it is the action that needs to be taken from him, you, and her. See, you can't just do everything. She needs to do something for herself. She needs to have the will, the power to say enough is enough, and I can grow, and I can do all these things. Okay, she's in this stage in the moment, in the dark, seeing things are wanting to come into her mind, saying, be free, speak free. But it's keeping her in the dark still, right? But she's stepping into the shadow, which is what I love, because it's activating, it's helping the energy for whatever needs to be in success or needs to be accomplished. When we are wanting to separate someone, I love to see this energy. Not this so much, but I love to see this, and definitely this, okay? Because not only is it a yes answer, but it's illumination from the higher self, okay? But also it's letting me know that within her mind, yes, she's being tormented and being disciplined in the way that he wants to discipline her. But she's also in that moment of wanting to speak the truth, defend herself. She does every now and then. She slashes out, you know what I mean? But she's still domained by his energy, okay? So the moments that she's lashing out and coming through and being her, it's what I love, because it's still there. It's still present. So she wants to come through and wants to, you know. Imagine Archangel Michael with the sword. You know, I'm holding back. I'm not doing nothing. I'm keeping it at bay, you know. But don't let me get the sword, you know. Don't let me, you know. Because then you're going to see everything crumbling down. In the way that they show me this is in the positive and in the negative energy. And it's telling me, you know, I'm going to definitely throw the arrows of the higher purpose and make sure that I'm clearing everything out of me. And I will speak the truth and I will be the truth. You know what I mean? Physically and spiritually. I love this. In the way that I'm sensing, you cannot imagine how my body is going through this energy and visualization of what I'm sensing here. I love to see this positivity. Um, thank you. Uh, so we definitely know that this is going to be helped through other guidance. And I know this, and I will say this, because I know that there's something about being walking away and coming forth and seeing through. Okay. Now, I love the purpose of the cards because through the videos you get to show the client certain things. But for me, when I read, I have hundreds and hundreds thousands of meanings in the way that it is, and so it depends on the circumstances and the client that I'm reading and their energy and their guides, how they portray the cards and myself and the energy coming forth. And uh, and so I could be looking one card in one reading and have a totally opposite interpretation, not interpretation, but uh, predictive behavior of the client. Okay. So, and I don't know why I had to say, maybe somebody's wondering or asking, but I will say this. Um, for me, this is her and him, okay? But also it's giving me an energy of a third situation happening here. It's giving me an energy of someone also helping in the dark, lighting the way, okay? I love this. Okay, let's go on, because we have more to cover. Thank you, angels of the heaven and earth, for guiding us and giving us this beautiful thing. Okay, now we're going to thank you, angels of the heavens. We're going to see this, okay? I'm still in the energy of that couple. This is actually an extended reading. We have it's actually mini readings of different people for you, my client. Okay. Thank you to the universe and to the heavens. Thank you to the universe and to the heavens. Let us see. Now we're going to see continuously that Taurus energy or Gemini energy. Excuse me. I was having coffee, but then sun came through. Now let's stay dehydrated. Okay. Let's see what's going on. He is not in his best right now, this young man. He's not. This Taurus, he's not. He's talking to someone quite a lot. I want to say it's a father figure, okay? And did he ask for more money of some sort? Because he's thinking about money situations, conflicts with financial situations. If he works, he wants to change something of his work environment. There's also a so-called friend in the environment of where he works. It shows her as a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Ooh, girl. He is being very demanding to her, to the Gemini. He's being very did he sleep with someone? Did something happen with another woman? Because there's another woman here. And if he doesn't know, if it hasn't been discovered, trust me when I say this, there is. Oh my goodness. Does he like you? Absolutely not. He does not want you to be a part of her daily life anymore. It was always in a way in that manner, I have to say. But I think that you spoke what you were sensing the whole time, what you were seeing the whole time, and he not only were you saying the truth, but the fact that you called him out. See, the way he manipulates her, it's almost like I'm God kind of shit. But you come and you expose the truth, and you did it probably in front of her, and that is to no good. You know what I mean? That is like uh, um, the pride is very important for him to portray who he's not, to portray what he feels that he is, and so far. So does he wants you to be a part of them now? No, no, absolutely not. I'm not sure if your daughter has been telling you that lately or will, that there has to be a distance because of it. I feel that he wants her to detach from you, and have nothing to do with you and with her and the family and the kids. I'm not sure if they already kept the kids away from you, but there's some kind of being more, uh, put her more in a lockdown. So would she be paying the dues because of what was said and done with you? Probably so. Um, so here's where we see the pause, where we don't see things behind the scenes, where the bad, it's coming out before the good. Okay, is he gonna torment her more and tell her and accuse her and do all kinds of shit and keep her more in her mental status? Absolutely. Is he gonna find ways to break her down? Absolutely. Will she have a breakdown? Absolutely. um I just, I am feeling very blocked and very hateful right now and revengeful right now, that I want to hit the wall. So I'm not sure if he did or he will, but I'm sensing that rage within myself, like you knocked on the door of the demon. You know what I mean? As we know, he is being interpreted by negative energies. He's being invested by, not invested, but being, uh, uh, um, not invested. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a pesticide. You know what I mean? By negative energy. Um, how I'm also seeing this is that yes, there's another woman that, whether whatever little job he has, that he likes this woman, you know, they're having this secretive love motion kind of thing going on here. Maybe somebody will discover that they are being intimate later on. Who knows? Most likely he'll end up having another kid with that woman. That's for later on, or who knows. Anyways, his main purpose is that he needs more money. So I don't know if that was a topic, the discussion, or whatever it is, but now he's focusing more into, okay, this, they were helping us here. I want more. I want more. I want more. He just keeps asking for this. Um, the breakdown of this is also what is letting me know is that this Gemini child, young lady, has feelings still for this man. And when you still have love for someone, it struggles to detach. It struggles to recognize the faults in that person. So she is seeing that, she's activating that energy, but because she's been on his domain for some time, 24/7, being brainwashed, it makes it harder to find that intel of detachment. But it doesn't say that it cannot be done. Never can. Okay, we only need a breaking point to activate it. So I'm also seeing that, uh, if they do go out in public, he's being more aggressive, more jealous toward her. Nobody can look at her. I'm not sure if he's even covering her up like a monk now. And if she is, I don't know if she's telling you. I don't know if you've seen it, but he might even start doing that stupidity. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. It's almost like I want to go and beat the shit out of him. I apologize, everybody. I just want to get in my car. You don't know me. You do not know what I am capable of doing and have done. Oh, trust me and believe me. Uh-uh. But anyhow, and I know you're saying that too, sweetie. I know. Um, here's the thing. When we interact in a family situation because we love our children or whoever it is going through this, um, um, we become the ones that they, blame. And it's a natural cause of behavior. So if they blame you, fine. If they don't, fine. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Do what you need to for the right reasons, which is, your siblings, that you want to protect them and be safe, and just move forward with that. If they don't see it or don't, if they don't understand it, so be it. Um, I keep saying this saying in Spanish: "Ayúdate, que te ayudaré." Help yourself, and I will help you. You know, God, our Creator, can do so much, but it also needs to know that you're willing to go there, to be there, and to activate that energy. And so, if you're willing to do so, then go right ahead and move forward. And that not just goes for you, but also for this child. You just say, "I'm here, and I will do whatever it takes. I don't care if you hate me for it or not, but this is what I'm going to do, because right now you cannot see it based on how he's been treating you, but the outside can and will, and I am here because that is why God made me your mother, to do what I need to do to protect you, to be there and to guide you. So come on, let's go. Get your shit. Let's go. Come on, babies. Let's go. Come on. Let's go." And you keep that motivation going. Your strength, your uprise is going to give her that strength and that uplift to holler ass. Okay? And who gives a shit? It is what it is. That's what needs to be. Now, so we definitely see that he's either talking to his father in reference to whatever he wants to do. See, this family is not being conducive to them. It's disruptive. It's the disrupt behavior that makes him be more right for what he does. And it's absurd for me because I feel that the father's advising him one thing, which is not what he does in his household. So they, or as if it's almost like, I don't want to be responsible for you, so I'm going to let you be and do whatever you need to be and do. Keep doing what you're doing as long as you're getting what you're getting. You know what I mean? There are also money hungry people. There are also people that don't see society in the best way of life. They don't walk the right path. And by that I mean, oh, you're not in the religion. Oh, you're doing, no, that's not the right path. The right path is that you walk with nasty behaviors. You always try to be the one to be in front of the line, cut the line. If you did that in school, then trust me, in life you end up doing so. And you think that you're better than that. You think that you're smarter than that when you cut the line for people. When people are doing the right thing by first come, first serve. In that sense, I mean, with these people. But yes, I would say, you asked me something. Let me see. I'm going to say, based on what I'm seeing here, of course, I'll do a spread in the energies of you with everybody else around. But based on what I'm seeing, based from his energy, I'm seeing that his side of the family does not like your side of the family, does not like you, because they think that you almost act. Here's the thing: you almost act like you're a gentle energy, but you're negative energy. So how is that coming through? I don't know, but that's how I'm sensing. Trust me and believe me when I say it is not me. It is their energy pulling through. Okay. Okay. Now, Let's go around the energy of the Gemini. Let's see. This man has all kinds of thoughts, but the main thought is how to get more out of you and how to get more out of her, and how to manipulate and stay for as long as I can. Okay? Acting, doing one thing in home, and then when he leaves the house, is something else. Let's see. Thank you, Empress. Smooth. I love it. Now, what does her father say about this? Have you discussed this with him? Maybe you should. What can he input in reference to this? Can he see what's going on in her child? I'm sure he knows because his spouse says so. Does she knows that he cheated on her? The Gemini? You know how I see this? Like, I get almost like when a person beats them and stuff like that, and they still stay in the marriage. But if you cheat, then that's where the pain is, you know, and where it can lead to separation and whatnot. Yeah. So she does hear you out. She does hear what you have to say. That's a good thing. Okay. She does. And she knows that she's able to return home if anything were to happen. She knows this. Now, has she found a way to ask for more money? Because I have a feeling that he's demanding that too. And she's needing to go around it and ask. The number one issue in her is that she wants him to either change the job, leave the job, go to do something else to make and earn more money, or she knows and is aware that there's someone in the job environment or church environment, whatever it may be, one or both, that there is a woman in his life in that category around those vicinities, and she may have knowledge of that between him and this other person. She may have knowledge of someone else, and she kept it quiet or not said anything, or that's the actual problem that is going on or will be going on. Either or, take it as it comes, okay? But if it hasn't happened, trust me, it's going to happen. There's a lot between them. It's like they're home, but they're not home, you know? They're home, but they're keeping their distance. And when they're interacting for a certain purpose. But it's almost like I see him on the phone a lot, like laying on a couch with one leg bended and the other one straight. And I see him in shorts or boxers going like this on the phone. And she's out there sitting on the floor playing with the kids. I'm not sure if you actually seen that, but that's what I'm seeing between them as we speak in this very moment. And he is in his mind thinking, okay, how am I able to do this and do that? He also wants to get a house. He wants more money. He wants to buy a house. He wants to expand where he's living. But for that, in order for that to happen, they need to go to you so you can find a way to give it to them. And I feel that if he hasn't asked for that, then it's coming. I mean, he is like, where in the F are you thinking that that I ship money? I apologize, but that's what I'm sensing. And it is beyond me what this person can come up with in his mind and what he feels that he's entitled to and what he feels that he's able to get. Okay? There might be a sense of truth to that, to be honest, because I feel that if he were to come out of his mouth and say, I'll divorce you, but you need to give me this. I'll leave you, but you need to do this. So there might be some type of truth. I would not go out there and say, look, how much you want to leave her. Do not do that, because n- not only is he not going to leave her, he may do so temporarily and then come back for more and not do the divorce until he gets more. So you need to wait for the enemy to show his true colors in order to know what you're facing. Okay? Okay. So, mm, let me see something. I would love to say this to you, that once success comes through all of this that needs to happen, that there is a huge potential that she can go back to school, be successful at it, and meet someone there. Uh, a whole new potential of her energy being more positive. And we talked about this baby steps, okay? That she needs to climb out of those stairs a little by little. It's almost like being in a dungeon. Um, and little by little, she's gonna come through and feel the breathe within herself. Now she's a Gemini. Jupiter just stepped out into Cancer, so there is a reward for all of those things. And based on the planets, it comes with a little deception and then an uplift. So the deception will be that she was probably going to have to realize that her husband is not honest, not who she thought he was, and that he is full of negative intentions, and that he's a cheater, and that he pretends to be the God man, but yet he's sleeping around or talking to other people and being, I keep hearing perverted. Um, so, and these kind of things, I feel that she's seeing herself saying, you know, this is not this is not for me. This is I don't like this. This is too ugly. Whatever it may be that is enticing her. We've done tremendous good in that before, and I feel that because of it, it has enlightened her to come around and be empowered, and then it's taken away. Be empowered and it's taken away. Okay. Um, and it only takes that one moment push, that when she is into herself, into her own energy, empower, boom, let it out. You know what I mean? Okay. Um, eh, so I do feel that you are going to have a conversation with her again. You're going to probably find something else more in reference to this situation, or what's going on in the home environment more so. You may not like what you hear or see, um, but it will be the motivation that you need for whatever reasons to do whatever you need to do. But it'll also be the motivation to step in, probably in a physical sense, to help your child out. Okay. Um, if for whatever reasons she says, I want to come home, but he needs to come home with me, no. The answer is no. You need to put your foot down and say, no. I am doing it for your own good. The answer is no. You are welcome with open doors. He is not. Because a person that loves someone will not treat you in the way that he does, will not keep you in the way that he does, will not cage you in the way that he does. There's just no way. A person that loves someone would want you to breathe, be free, feel free, do as you please, be as you please, indulge yourself into life, and do what you want to do to grow. The union has to grow together emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And if I am being dug down, kept down, looked down, treated like a slave, treated like a maid, then that is not love. That is dominion. Um, he's talking to two women. Two women. I don't know if he has a secret app within the phone itself or another phone, but He's talking to two women. Okay? He's playing God, but yet he's being the devil. Yeah. So what I'm sensing is that there will be some legal issues pending for this couple also. How, in which way? It might have to be that someone will call the law, or, you know, some minor incident, something to that aspect. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to see your energy. Okay. See you. Then I have, like I said, these are mini readings for number of people. Got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a mini reading, so thank you to the universe and to the heavens, Lord Jesus Christ. Let's see. It's a mini extension reading. Angel for the universe. Let's see. Cancer.